What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So here we got a special video going to be going on. We are going to be driving a 10th gen Civic Si with the Rv6 ball bearing turbo, right?
Ball bearing turbo.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and everything that's been done to the car?
So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Ted, and for those that do know me, I'm still Ted. So basically everything that could be installed in this car has been installed, with the exception of charge pipes. That's the only thing that's still factory.
Really?
We're still using the factory charge pipes. I haven't upgraded. I really haven't seen a reason to yet. They haven't given me any issues. Like you said, I'm running the Rv6 ball bearing turbo, which was a prototype that Rich had sent out to me, and then now they're selling the full units. In-gen intercooler Honda, as you can see. Oh wait, yeah, there you go. Honda, shameless plug. Flex fuel system is actually home-built flex fuel system. So I'm using the Ktuner sensor, and so that's why I don't have a flex fuel gauge in here.
Okay.
Because usually when people are running the Honda, they have that flex fuel gauge because they're using that other setup. AEM, air fuel ratio gauge, so that way I can see actually what it actually is. Rv6 downpipe, Rv6 Frontpipe,
remark exhaust
system. As far as the suspension is completely bone stock. Everything is factory on the suspension except for the rear anti-roll bar. The rear anti-roll bar is an Eibach one. I don't know the diameter, I can't remember, but it was so long ago. So that's on there. PRL intake system, so PRL cold air intake. Street MAF, I have a race MAF. However, using the race MAF on a daily was an issue because the air fuel targeting was just all over the place. Really? Because the diameter of the race MAF is so much larger. For whatever reason, it just has trouble with this, like monitoring the system at idle. So at idle, you can see how my long-term trim is 0.00 right now. So what happens is at idle, it just starts reading there's way too much, and then it starts going -7, -10, -13. And once you get up to like -20, the car will throw a check engine code. Wow. So if it's too rich, it'll throw a check engine and it'll go into limp mode. If it's too lean, I don't know what would happen then. I haven't had that situation. The engine itself, third head gasket, and the second engine.
I was about to ask you all that right there too.
And then we have the ARP head studs that I got from VCD Racing. So we have VCD Racing's head stud kit installed. Built transmission. So this is rebuilt transmission number 2. The first transmission got destroyed by Clutch Masters clutch kit. The first clutch kit was Clutch Masters. It ended up breaking the dual mass flywheel. So that got broken. And then I went with another Clutch Masters kit. Against what E-Man said. E-Man said, don't buy that junk shit, just get my retro kit. And I was like, dude, I get a discount. That was my fault, E-Man, I'm sorry. So I went ahead, we installed the second Clutch Master kit, and then that Clutch Master kit literally destroyed the transmission. It damaged the synchros and messed everything up. So E-Man had to rebuild the transmission there. Once I went with the Rv6 big turbo, and I got the car boosting up to about 28 pounds of boost, casually driving half a day, and then third gear just disappeared, checked out, left the room. So after that, I sent a message. E-Man was like, bring it down, you know what we gotta do. Got the PPG gears, took it down. E-Man rebuilt everything, installed everything. Have not had a problem since. The clutch is, like I said, it's also E-Man's kit. It's the Retro Type R kit. The factory head studs just will not hold boost, like past 25 pounds of boost. It'll just, you're gonna end up blowing a head gasket. After 2 of them, the third one that finally went out, it was just like, all right, that engine already had like 100,000 miles on it. I talked to Nick from Also Sick Media, and he was like, well, I could get you the engine, we could install it, and then we could just go from there. And that's what we did, and now this is where we're at.
Oh, you're oh my god, okay, yeah. Your clutch feels a little different than mine.
Mine has got a lot of miles. It's like, out of the 113, man, I'd say it's got at least, it was probably about like 30,000 or something like that before I finally went over. Yeah.
Because I've had mine for about maybe 10,000 miles, if that. If that. I just got my clutch done last year. Yeah, exactly a year ago. But hear that turbo, dude. You could hear it. That was like partial throttle under 3,000. I'm just cruising right now. You could hear that, man. How many miles have you had this turbo on the car?
This turbo, I think it's been since 80. No, it's probably around 90,000, since 90,000 miles. Because at about 86,000 miles was when the transmission gave out.
Okay.
And so the transmission went out with the original Rv6 turbo that I had, which was the non-ball bearing one. But yeah, so right now, as far as what I have the car set to, I have it turned down back to stock boost levels.
So what is that, 15 PSI?
16 PSI for first, second, third and fourth is up to 18 PSI, and then back down to 16 PSI for fifth and sixth.
Oh wow, okay.
So I don't want to put too much boost on the lower gears, because it's going to have so much torque just trying to like get out the gate.
Yeah.
Because when you like roll race somebody, you're typically going to be in your third gear. If you're lower, you're in your second gear. It's crazy, but you know.
Yeah.
But typically you're going to be in your third gear, so that's why I have 18 for third gear.
Oh wow.
I just don't want to go through that situation of another blown head gasket again.
Go through it again. You said you tuned your own car, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tuned it
on Honda.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that sounds nice. That was smooth. Oh. That's what you're talking about. Your 19-inch wheels.
Yep.
You said this pulls up fully at 3,500?
It starts kicking in. It starts feeling kind of like the stock turbo, but once it hits 4,000, you're going.
Oh, okay.
Because see, your stock turbo, it'll just pull from the get-go. You're just like going and going and going and going. This one, there's kind of a bit of a lag, but once it hits about 3,500, you'll notice it's starting to pick up and take off.
Okay, so then I'll do a little one here in second gear. Oh yeah. What was that?
That's the shift light.
That's your shift light.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Catted or catless?
Catless.
Catless.
Yeah.
I will not be able to tell. It doesn't even sound that raspy compared to other. You know what? Let me rephrase that. Remark. I think Full Race and maybe NVIDIA are the only few exhausts out there that I've heard catless that don't sound raspy. The shifts are great with these PPG gears.
If you blow your transmission gear, PPG is just the way.
I'll give it a little bit right here. Dude, oh damn. Ted, this is actually really dope.
Bro, it's so sleeper, like nobody expects it.
I would have never. Okay, here's the thing though. I have driven an Rv6 turbo.
Make it right.
Yeah. But not the ball bearing turbo. But I will also add, dude, the light just turned green. Relax. I will also add, it was also on the CVT transmission.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys remember that video, but my friend Bryant, he still has it. He has a 2021 Civic hatch CVT, and he's e-tuned with the Rv6 turbo. Hasn't had any issues with it. That car boogie. This one, literally, almost no much more lag than that one. Like, this is definitely the better version of the turbo. No offense, Brian. Oops, now.
And mind you, we're still only on like E25 blend.
I was about to ask you, so because you're on Flex Fuel, but E25.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
I like it when you guys give me these opportunities to give me to feel something different instead of just a stock turbo or or like my SI. Like, I've driven so many different other cars, but I always like being the passenger as well, so I can like feel how it is. Because, dude, being a passenger while being a driver, it's a completely different world.
Yeah.
Like,
just don't panic when I grab your thigh.
That's not the shifter. Oh, you can hear it better on this side. That turbo sounds magnificent. I hope you guys can hear this online, dude. Like, this turbo definitely spools better and definitely sounds better.
It's got the whole system though. There's no like missing air filter, because some people, they'll take the air filter off just so that way you can hear the turbo more. But my boy Noodles, he knows what happened when he did that. He took that filter off, and his turbo just checked out. And then
oh, dude. Shit. Oh yeah, that shut me up, dude. I can't believe that's just 18 PSI. And it pulls that hard.
At 25, it's like, at 25 and 28, it's like, oh my god. These cars are, our 10th gens are not known for having major torque steer. A lot of that has to do with the limited slip differential, and so it's not supposed to have that much torque steer like maybe like your 8th gen would.
Yeah.
My friend's 9th gen, when he had the supercharger and the turbo on that. Oh my god, with that turbo on that 9th gen, that thing fucking
all over. You gotta hang on.
You're out there like a fucking rodeo cowboy on the back of a bull. You're like, holy shit, let's go! Trying to keep it in the same lane. But yeah, when you're in this 28 PSI, you're gonna fucking feel it.
Did you ever dyno your setup with this one?
Not with this turbo, not with this RV6. With the other RV6, the other one, the previous one,
Yeah.
the non-ball bearing, I hit 277 horsepower and 277 torque.
Is that on E30 or your E25 E30 or on 91?
I think it was like on E. It was definitely on E blend, because my tune does not like just straight pump 91 and 10 ethanol. It will not enjoy it.
But you also weren't pushing 25 PSI. You were pushing a little bit lower, right?
No, I was pushing. Shit, what was I pushing? Yeah, I think I was trying to push. You know what? I was trying to push 28, but it wouldn't go past 25. And I was trying to figure out why the tune is set up for 28 pounds of boost. Why was it not hitting it? So what I ended up doing was I ended up going through the engine bay, and I'm trying to figure out if there's a disconnected line, if there's a line that has a fracture that's leaking air, or what's going on. And then once I hit 28 for half a day, like 4 hours, and then that was it. That sucker just said bye.
He said, peace, I'm out, I quit.
Oh, look at that Lamborghini.
Oh, that's not suspicious at all. Right. At a random, like, warehouse looking area, just a nice Lamborghini.
We're just selling children's toys and cocaine.
Have you ever taken your car to the drag strip?
I did. When I first got it and I first started tuning it and everything, the fastest I ever got was 14 flat on the stock turbo.
Oh, okay.
And I was running a catless downpipe with a stock front pipe and the stock exhaust. I had the engine intercooler, and I had the stock air filter system. I didn't even have a cold air intake or anything like that. This coming month, hopefully I could get out there to Bakersfield, go to the experience.
Oh, that's coming up, huh?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna shoot my shot at Joanna, man. That's all I'm saying.
Shooter's gonna shoot.
There's only one or two things that's gonna happen. She's gonna either say yes or she's gonna say no. The worst she could say is ew, and that's gonna hurt my feelings. I've always loved the sound of straight cut gears, dude.
I was about to say, so anybody that's asking, because even when I did Emmanuel's video, you can hear, I'm sure you guys can hear the whine. That's the PPG gears. That's the straight cut gears. So if anybody's wondering why his car's whining like that, it's because of his transmission. And that's a good thing. It's
so much nice. It reminds me of like when you would watch rally racing on TV, and you'd hear them as they're driving. You hear like the whine of the gears, like go up, and then it just keeps ramping up every gear they go up. I was like, oh.
And then your gears, it's just 1 through 4, right?
Yeah, 1 through 4.
Just 1 through 4. 5 and 6 are
factory.
Gotcha.
The fastest this car has gone is 156. Fastest Type R that I've seen was, I think, 171 or 172. And I was just like, damn, dude. I was doing 150 just trying to get away from the cops.
ND for speed.
Yes. This car, I was thinking about it the other night. This car has only lost to 5 legit other Civics.
Really?
There was a white one that was unknown. He beat me on the freeway. There was my boy Cisco. He had the 271 turbo. I was still on my stock turbo. It was a white 11th gen. He didn't technically beat me, but he was on my ass. And I mean, I had to ask Nick. I called up Nick. I'm like, yo, Nick, do you know of anybody with a full fucking built 11th gen SI already? And he was like, no, why? And I was like, because this fool fucking gave me a run.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the 11th gen, I don't know what the heck Honda did completely different. Obviously the different factory turbo, but the factory turbo from the 11th gen is a lot better than the 10th gen. Hands down, dude.
Damn.
Hands down.
The random black SI on the 60, he beat me. The white SI Cisco, that 11th gen that almost beat me, and there was one more. I can't remember which one it was, but technically only 5 Civics have actually beaten me.
Wow.
Everybody else's Civics have not beaten me. And people that I've hit up to run, like, I don't know why, but they don't want to run. I'm like, come on, man.
Like, you can't buy a driver mod. It makes a huge difference, dude. What has been the most interesting kill you've done in this car, non-Civic related? Have other cars tried to bully you on the freeway and like...
Dude, a lot of Dodge and a lot of Chevy trucks. Dodge Chargers, Dodge Challengers. The Challengers I really don't want to mess with because you don't know if they got the V6 or if they're running the V8.
Yeah, because it's kind of like hard to tell.
Yeah.
But with the Charger, it's a lot easier to tell.
Yeah. That's why my old IG name used to be Race Every Day. It was because every single day I get into a race. The last one that I beat was Audi. Was it Audi S3 or S5? I think it was an S3.
Damn.
Yeah, he and I were racing. I was recording it using this as the camera, the app.
Yeah.
Then the app crashed and it deleted the video. And I was like, no! That was my proof! The Genesis turbos, man, that fool was fucking moving. I was like, okay. Yeah. I was on them. There was no gappage happening. We were just staying like in contact with each other. Yeah, this little engine is the little engine that could.
When it comes to, and I'm sure how you mentioned it earlier in the video, when it comes to how many motors or gaskets you went through and the transmissions, is there any advice you can give to anybody that is a novice to this, considering you're very well knowledgeable with this, well educated in the 10th gen community?
As far as this platform goes, like if you're gonna build the 10th gen Civic, you're gonna be looking at some problems eventually. If you go over 25 psi, the factory head bolts just are not gonna cut it. They're just gonna let go. You're gonna have blown head gaskets. Everybody that you see, they have the same situation. The head gaskets leak in between the cylinders. That's it, and then it starts crossing, and then you have problems.
I guess I've just been getting lucky, dude, because like I do a lot of highway driving, bro. I rarely do pulls in my car, and when I do, I'm like, oh, this is great, like this is fun. But then I'm just like, I'm not flooring it everywhere I go. And that's how when people always ask me, how's the flex fuel going? How's the tune going? How's your carbon reliability wise? It's like, guys, the reason why I haven't had any issues is because I'm not really pushing the car like other people like intending to do. You know, I do a lot of spirited driving every now and then, but for somebody that drives 30 miles one way to work and 30 miles back, I'm not a wide open throttle all the time. But for the people that are. Yeah,
that's me. I'm the guy that's got 40 miles to go and I got to be there in 15 minutes. So I'm the one that you see, like, just, I'm trying to get down the freeway. I'm just casually weaving in between the traffic, 80, 90 miles per hour, just chilling. And then that's where I ended up catching people. People are like, oh, I could go faster than that. And I'm like, huh, you fucking thought you could. And then I just take off on them. And then I just leave them behind. And then...
So... And I know somebody's going to be asking this in the comment section. Why did you stick with the SI versus...
as much money as I spent, I've calculated, I figured like cost of parts, installation, labor, all the money that I spent on it. Honestly, I've spent more than what you could have got an FK8 for. Because the FK8, I think like MSRP was like 38,000, right? Like you were saying in the video.
Back in the day, it was actually 35.
35.
It was 35. I when I saw it, I was like, bro, it's cheaper than I thought.
Because yeah, when I went to go get this, they tried to get me into the Type R, and they were like, oh, but you got to sign this paper saying that you're agreeing to the markup. And I'm like, well, how much is the markup? And they were like 25 grand. I was like, fucking $25,000 body kit? Like, hell no, I ain't gonna pay that. I was like, nah, dude, I'll just stick with what I'm gonna get and I'm gonna be cool. But what I spent in total for everything multiple transmissions, clutches, rebuilds, new engine, head gasket stuff, somewhere in the range of $57,000. And that's like buying the car's paid off, so that's all completely paid off.
That's buying. Okay.
So,
that way nobody thinks you spent $57,000 just in parts.
Yeah, not just in parts. It was buying the car. Where I screwed up was I got the gap coverage from the dealership. I shouldn't have got that. I got the extended warranty, which I shouldn't have got because Honda did not honor it. When the Clutch Masters kit messed up the first transmission and the synchros were damaged, I took it to the dealership and I'm like, hey, the transmission's messed up. I need it fixed under the warranty. And they were like, oh no, you replaced the clutch. And I'm like, yeah, I replaced the clutch. I said, but the clutch is a wearable item, much like your brake pads. And on the brake pads, there's nothing anywhere that says that you have to replace the factory brake pads with factory.
Yeah.
Because it's a wearable item. So they won't warranty what's wearable. So I said, when the clutch went out, then I replaced it with another clutch kit. And so that's why I don't have the factory clutch in there. If the technician opens it up and sees that the transmission's been abused, then you're going to have to come out of the pocket for it.
Dude.
And that was straight up what they told me. And I was like, well, that's obviously what they're going to say. They're going to say the technician opened it up, says it looks like the transmission's been abused, so we're not going to cover it under warranty. And you're going to be asked out $4,000 plus whatever it is and whatever they're going to do. And I was...
Know what you're getting yourself into. I know I did.
A lot of there's some people that have been like arguing with me about the situation with the transmissions, and I'm like, dude, like I said, E-Man has built this car. Also Sick Nick from Also Sick Media has built this car. I've been the only one that's tuned it, and I could tell you firsthand experience from what they've told me, both sides, and from my own experience. Your factory turbo, you're not really going to be risking your transmission. You're just not. But once you go big turbo, whether it's 271, whether it's MHI, Rv6, whoever you decide to go with, once you go big turbo, you're going to run that risk of you're going to lose either third gear or you're going to lose fourth gear. Yeah. And it's just a matter of time. You will not hear any sounds like, what's that grinding noise? You won't notice any issues with your transmission shifting. You're just going to be shifting fine like nothing. And you're just going to be like, what the hell? Or you're gonna be like, oh, gone. And that's it. You're just gonna be on the side of the road like.
First hand experience, Rv6 ball bearing turbo. I got a lot of money to save if I want to go this route. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I learned a lot hands-on with this guy, and Ted, thank you so much.
No problem.
It was awesome. I finally got to experience the Rv6 ball bearing. Comparing it from the regular Rv6 to the ball bearing Rv6 as a passenger and as a driver, ball bearing is the way to go, man. It spools up faster. It sounds better. You get the power right then and there. And considering, like you said, you're at low boost.
Low boost. It's factory boost settings.
It pulls so much harder than I expected. Once again, thank you. If you guys want to give my boy a follow, this is his Instagram right over here. And you also have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Awesome Sauce TV for the YouTube channel, guys. Just right over here. Click on everything right here. And I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.